Okay, are you ready to play a game?
Okay.
Well, I think it would be a bit of fun, and I'm not promising to be any good at this, but it would be a bit of fun if I could pretend I am somebody else, do a kind of impersonation of them, rather than describe them to you.
Yeah, I've got my jumper back now.
I'll try and be the person.
Okay.
And you can guess who I'm trying to be.
Right.
Okay? And then we'll see if that's a good way of doing things.
Right, and are they just any old person?
From television, that kind of thing.
Okay, so for television.
Right. Yeah, characters.
Right.
Right, I'm going to go and become the first person.
Okay. The Incredible Hulk. Are you a cartoon character?
Yes, I am.
Ooh, a flip-top head. Do you have a horse?
Yes. I want to do it right.
Ah, are you Mike the Knight?
I am, but I'm not very good at becoming somebody else.
No, I don't think you are.
Okay.
Charades in our family is a great hoot.
Okay, I'm going to try and become somebody completely different now.
Go for it.
Get myself ready.
You've nicked my glasses again.
Yes.
You're trying to pretend to be me again?
No.
No, good.
I have a big briefcase. Hang on.
Have you got any ideas?
Hang on. Oh, getting dizzy.
You Wonder Woman?
No!
Ah! Are you by any chance Superman?
I am! You see, I had to be Clark Kent first.
Right, okay. So you actually were Clark Kent and Superman at the same time.
Did I not look like a genuine article?
We weren't tall.
No.
No. And I didn't really see the laser beam eyes either.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's like you're pretending to be somebody else. You can't genuinely be somebody else, can you?
No. Have you got any more characters?
I've got one more.
Got one more, right, okay.
Okay, are you ready? This might make you laugh.
I'm not at all sure on this one.
Keep that one up. I was trying to be George, Peppa's little brother.
You forgot dinosaur.
Oh, I could have
See,
said
I'd have got that
dinosaur.
straight away. Isn't that the same when you play charades or Pictionary or anything like that? You always say to the other person, oh, if you'd have done that,
yeah.
I'd have got it straight away. Because I suppose in some of our minds, we have an image also of what we individually think are the important characteristics.
But then we might
people.
miss the point. I mean, if you try, on a serious note, if you try to be somebody that you're not, then you end up pretending and just doing a stereotype, don't you?
Or a caricature.
And that's not genuinely you.
No. And I think, and often we have an image of what we think people are like, and then we expect them to be like that, even if they're not.
So I thought it would be good to play this game, however funny, because it's a really tricky thing that we've got in the passage today.
It is.
And in our idea today, that we could somehow be a stand-in, a representative of Jesus.
Because Paul does tell us to imitate Christ, but not in a sort of do an impression of him, but to actually allow him to be fully inside us, to be fully within us, and to shine through us by the Holy Spirit. I did wonder whether if we did this, we might do Donald Trump, but then as the kids pointed out, I wave my arms around as much as he does, so how would anyone know?
No. Scary thought. However, let's take away this serious thought. I couldn't possibly pretend to be somebody else for any length of time and stay sane and have enough energy to do life. So there's no point in me pretending to be like Jesus. What I need to do is ask Jesus to change me into my true self.
Yeah.
because he made me in his likeness in the first place.
We're all made in the image of God, which means that we all have the potential to grow into that image.
Yeah. So
But
that's
we're all
an
different.
exciting thought.
Yeah. But we are all different. We're not all going to be the same. And as we all grow to be more like Jesus, it doesn't mean to say we're all going to end up as some kind of selection of clones.
I mean, imagine
we will be who we are in Christ, in Jesus.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if you had to become the character of Jesus in this game,
yes,
that would be the caricature, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
But that's not what we're asked to do.
No.
We're asked to become more truly ourselves, made in the image of God.
With Christ shining through us, to shine out to everyone that we meet, to be witnesses. Witnesses for God. And that's one of the things that was in our passage today, as Paul was talking, sharing his story with King Agrippa. We're probably used to the earlier part in Acts when we see the story of Paul unfold. But this is a bit different, because this is actually Paul telling his story to King Agrippa and describing it, how it happened for him, as he shares his witness, as he becomes, like, if you like, a witness to what happened, but it's what happened in him personally. So it's always good to share how God has been working in our own lives, because that makes it real, because it is real. It's not an impersonation.
No, it's a genuine being ourselves.
Yeah. So we have had a go at doing some things. I hope you carefully noticed how I avoided having to do any impressions. And so whilst we're going to move on in a minute, if you want to pause the video now and then have a go, if you're with others, if there are other people with you, why don't you have a go at doing some impersonations?
Find out how impossible it is to actually be somebody you're not.
Absolutely. But pause now if you want to do that. But if you don't, then that's fine, and we can move on to the next option. Or if you prefer, you can move on now to the end of the service, to the final song and the prayers. So, are you ready? Choose.